Museum LA in Lewiston was founded in 1996. It opened its doors in 2004, and now it is making a major change. With us here on 207 to talk about it is the executive director of Museum LA, Rachel Ferrante. Thanks for coming in. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So you are headed off in a bold new direction. First of all, a new name for the museum. What is the new name for Museum LA going to be?
So we will be the Maine Museum of Innovation, Learning, and Labor, or Maine MIL for short.
The name with labor as the last word in the name of the museum tells us that you're going to keep the focus on work. This is something that has kind of set the museum apart from the beginning, is that is a key part of the story that you want to tell, is how people worked, particularly in the Twin Cities.
That's exactly right. And we're a history and culture museum, and so innovation, learning, and labor are at the core of what we've always been about. The
new name is not the only change. You're also, as the saying goes, doing an entire new rebranding, basically taking the museum in a slightly different direction. Not a dramatically different direction, but it is a different one. What are you trying to accomplish here?
Yeah, so the new name, this change, allows us to broaden the stories that we're telling, to ensure that the histories and cultures that we're representing are of the entire region, not just one specific history or one specific culture.
Did you think that the focus was too much on what is obviously a strong story in the area, and that is of Franco-Americans who came to the Twin Cities and worked in the mills? Did you think that it was time to broaden a bit from that?
That's certainly what we're based in, and it's a story we're going to continue to tell. There are important themes in that story that continue to resonate with people who aren't Franco-American in our communities. And so we want to tell that story alongside other important stories too. We want to tell all of them broadly and deepen that engagement with the Franco-American community as well as others.
When people come to the museum, are they going to be seeing different things from what they've seen before?
Well, we're opening a new exhibition next week, so that'll be different. But I think at our core, it will feel much the same. What they will see that's different is virtually when visitors to our new website come online. There'll be lots of things that will hopefully feel a lot easier for them. So we have lots of resources available, particularly for teachers. We have great lesson plans, and we have virtual tours, and we have an oral history database. And so we hope that those kinds of resources, people may not have been aware of them previously, will now be readily accessible to them on our new website.
Those virtual exhibitions are something that allow people from anywhere in the world to take a look at what you've got going on and what you're doing, right?
That's right. And so there are some great resources. In addition, we've got an oral history database. We've collected about 300 oral histories. We continue to take those oral histories, and those will now be publicly available and searchable. You'll be able to download transcripts and listen to the audio. So there's lots of great material that'll now be readily available at your fingertips.
One of the other things that you hope to do is really turn the museum into a destination. You simply want to draw more people both to the museum and to Lewiston, Auburn, right?
That's right. The ultimate goal is for this museum to be a regional icon, and this rebranding is a critical early step of that. But that's the ultimate goal, is to bring more people to the area and make this a truly first-class institution.
How do you personally feel about these changes? When you heard that this was going to be happening, and obviously you were one of the people who made it happen, did you say, yeah, let's get on the horse and gallop forward, because this is what we want to do?
Yes, so it's been a long process. We've been working for over a year with Auburn-based branding agency Warp and Weft. We conducted a lot of focus groups. We researched a number of peers throughout the state and around the country to help inform the decisions that we're making. And so those changes that we're now making feel like they're baked in a lot of important and good changes. And it's an exciting next step for the museum. So I'm really excited to see where this takes us.
It's nice to see that exciting things are happening in the city and at the museum. The Maine Museum of Innovation, Learning, and Labor. Rachel Ferrante, Executive Director, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks so much for having me.
If you would like to learn more about the changes that are taking place at the museum, just head to the 207 section of our website or app and stay with us. We're going to return in a moment.